Hello, Star Wars fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Starlight Podcast. How are we doing today, guys? We're going to be talking some Star Wars, of course. We've got Lord Dagovere. How are we, fam?
How you guys doing? Let's freaking go. It's time to get some knowledge.
Unlock the knowledge. And, of course, we've got Daddy Sheev with a new headset.
Let's go.
How we doing, fam?
Doing good. I've had this headset. I've worn this for other podcasts.
Debuted. Hey, you've got the new background. You've got a lot of cool stuff in the background.
Yeah,
right?
we do. We got Christmas trees. I bought even more collectibles from the last time. So we ready to roll. But
Hell yeah. All right, cool. So we're going to go over some Star Wars news as we do at the beginning of this podcast. This one has to do with Shawn Levy's Starfighter movie, the one that we are all so excited for. Basically, there was an article, an interview that came out that said, basically Shawn Levy said that he had to rewrite the entire third act of the movie. So basically, he is, I guess, somebody didn't like something. He didn't like something. They didn't like something. I wanted to see what you guys, your initial thoughts of when you hear the words like, oh, they're rewriting the third act of a Star Wars movie. Is it good? Is it bad? What do we think?
I'm not a film director or movie producer of any kind, but I will say that when I hear that a movie is rewriting something or reshooting, typically, in my opinion, that's not a good sign. I know with one of the new recent Marvel movies, Brave New World, they had to redo a bunch of stuff for various of reasons, and a lot of people felt, that things were rushed, it wasn't as good. Like, that's not a good sign when you need to redo things. So I will say I am a little concerned that they're rewriting stuff, because isn't the movie supposed to come out next year? Correct?
Yeah.
Oh, really? 2027?
Yeah, no, 2027. 2027.
Like,
Mandalorian
it's 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a little better that it's not next year, but I don't know. Anytime I hear that, we're rewriting this, that tells me sometimes that, at least in my opinion, I feel that maybe they're scrambling to change things and that it might be a little bit of a red flag. But again, like I said, I'm not a producer, that's for sure.
What do you think, Dagovere?
What about you? Yeah, what are you feeling, Dag?
Solo, a Star Wars story, Rogue One, all had reshoots and also had to change completely, especially with the different director with Solo. And Rogue One, I'm pretty sure we all know about the different ending that Krennic had, which definitely would have had to rewrite the entire third act, especially with the Vader scene. So
I don't. Can you explain that?
Oh, okay. So essentially, Krennic was going to die a completely different way, where Vader was going to essentially choke him out, and that was going to be it. And that Vader scene, that was the only Vader scene that you were going to get, and you weren't going to have the Dave Filoni directed scene that's at the end of the movie in Rogue One, which is one of the greatest Vader anythings,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I think very clearly here, because Rogue One and Solo are fantastic. I love those films, but it seems like someone dipped their hands in it. I don't think someone said, I don't like it. I think someone said, hey, we have a new movie with Rey in it, so maybe let's try to connect this with it. Yeah,
because the quote is...
That's what
The quote is on Starfighter. It was, we had a whole different idea for something in the third act, and then things didn't align, and I was forced to come up with a new idea. I'm literally right now shooting that section of the movie. Somebody sounds like from up top being like, hey, let's go this direction instead of this direction.
Makes me raise an eyebrow. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. I feel like they're scrambling to change stuff. That just causes me for concern on how well written and produced it's going to be, because it sounds like they're being rushed to do it.
I'm not going to say it's cooked, but I think it's going to be now more of a stepping stone. I think probably now more of a stepping stone than something that is completely, because they said it's not a prequel, right? It's not a prequel. It's not connected to anything really, but then this makes it sound like there's going to be something there.
Actually, now that I hear that, I actually retract my statement and think that there is going to be no Rey, there is going to be no Kylo Ren Ben Solo, and that's what there is going to be no Finn. That's to me sound like that originally Starfighter was going to end with that. Someone from that new Jedi Order was going to be in there, and now that it's not aligning, I think maybe that's exactly what it's going to be, a complete standalone film where this is just going to be it and nothing else, which I like, but I think Star Wars needs to connect films, and I think that's how you have value to them. And that's one of my criticisms with the sequel trilogies. I don't think it connects to the prequels very well at all. In fact, I think it pretty much excludes them. But
except for Last Jedi.
Sure, a couple lines, yeah, But I think in its entirety, these films can be much more powerful when you add value to everything else. It doesn't have to be like, a Skywalker shows up or anything. But it seems to me that, yeah, maybe that's why he redid that last third act. Somebody was involved. Is it Rey? Is it Finn? Is it Poe? Is it all of them? And now it seems like they took them out and it's just, this is it. This is all you're getting. That's what it seems like now to me, at least.
Okay. Because, yeah, I guess it's not a reshoot. I think it's just a reworking of the ideas, and now they're shooting it. So that does make more sense. Because if it were, to me, if it were like we had seen Daisy Ridley or we had seen, any of those, like John Boyega, any of those guys on the set, I don't know. I think maybe there would have been some rumblings about it.
It sucks. I actually wanted that, though.
Yeah.
I really did, and how critical I am of that stuff. But I think that's what these characters need, is there, especially with like casual fans, movie only fans. They're used to like other characters showing up in like Marvel or something, and I think that's arguably the best part of Marvel was like you have all of these movies coming together for like one big bang. This is a universe after all. With Star Wars, there are large characters in there. I mean, I'm not saying put Broom Boy in there to Miri, but I think that would be cool too. It's just I think it's a component. These characters are in the verse. Why are we not using them? That's just my take on that. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
justice for Broom Boy.
Yeah, justice for Broom Boy for real. Get my goat back. All right, get him out of Canto Bight. Get him in the trenches with Rey Skywalker's Jedi Academy. That's my guy right there. But yeah, no, I think that's a valid take. Like, who knows? I mean, maybe we will get some connections. Maybe it's just not Rey anymore, or maybe it's just not, Finn or Poe. Maybe it's, maybe they're mentioned. You know what I mean, as opposed to them actually being in there. Because I don't know. I think if you're doing a whole new story, I don't want those characters to be overshadowed by like a Rey, like a Jedi coming in. So I'm okay if they don't show up. I think this movie needs to be some sort of connecting bridge. Like, I think it has to give us some context to something like this sequels that we didn't get any context to, really. Like, we had no idea what the state of the galaxy was. We get the opening crawl, and that's what we have to base everything off of. So I would love for this to give us some context on like the state of the Republic, the government, what's going on with the remnants of like the First Order. Is there anything that happened to anybody? Are there any repercussions that we're going to see from stuff that happened in the sequels? So I think it has to do that job, but it also has to give us a good story with the original characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would love some fresh new characters that aren't overshadowed by ones that we know. Although I would love some of these characters to make little cameos, references, and it to tie into the larger Star Wars story. I think that would be a positive thing to do with the show. And I think it's what's needed, because I feel like sometimes with Star Wars, there's a lot of fan service and less on a like good storytelling. So I would love the show to be more of good storytelling, but still tie in to things that we already know and some of those characters. Like if you just give me Finn like showing up in a doorway for 5 seconds, that'd be cool. But I don't know if we need him like totally involved in like the main plot of the story, because it sounds like that new child character and then Ryan Gosling's character, like I feel like they should be like the main focal points of the show. And I'd love for them to like, build their character, learn about them, and then be the primary focus.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's pretty valid. I mean, I honestly feel like maybe it was probably Poe. Because Poe, I feel like, is the one that is like the main guy out
Starfighter.
He's the pilot. Everybody's got a manager.
That's actually so valid.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he's.
That's got to work. I would accept that.
Yeah. But obviously, we know his take on what's going on. He doesn't want to be a part of anything Disney. I think that's a very valid reason for everything that's going on.
I remember that quote.
And I think that the key word here is when this guy says align. To me, that means scheduling or person that they wanted or a character decision that they wanted to happen. And somebody was like, sorry, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. I think about like the Matrix, the new Matrix movie, and the actor who was Elrond in Lord of the Rings, and of course Agent Smith. He can't show up because of scheduling. Or Bail Organa, actor in Rogue One, in Andor. So that to me is like, oh, something happened here where we can't get this going. So this entire thing needs to be reshot. But yeah, like I love what's the actor? Goddamn it, his name
Ryan Gosling.
Enough. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, our boy. I always think about that damn synthwave music and him in Drive, and I would just. Yeah, of course.
And just like dancing in Barbie.
I think of synthwave, Drive, and Blade Runner for my ride.
Not the Notebook, dude. Not the Notebook.
No, sorry.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
That's my favorite romance movie right there.
Yeah, of course, Raylo. Yeah,
Wait, you're
I'm a sucker, all right.
You can't make that joke anymore,
dude. Oh my god!
Show the wallpaper.
My family's been killing me because of that.
As they should.
Yeah, it's okay.
They should be killing you that you're denying it. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's probably guys, listeners of the podcast. He doesn't want to admit it, but I know underneath that sweatshirt of Mando and Grogu, there is a Raylo shirt. He just doesn't want to show us. It's there. I know it is. So can't deny it, man.
It's actually Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, sure.
Probably the complete opposite of Raylo. Oh my God.
Somebody edit that.
Another Raylo. A second Raylo.
More.
3 more Raylo. Oh man, dude. Listen, all I want from this movie is I actually don't want any Force sensitives outside Renegade Darksiders. Okay, I really miss the time where someone could be strong in the Force but not a Jedi. I just think about Luke in A New Hope, where it's just like Darth Vader sitting there trying to just cap this dude. He's like, dude, what the hell, bro? The Force is strong in this mofo. And I like that. I like the Force being strong in people, but for some reason, they're obviously not a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Han Solo type? Is that a Cassian type? Is that a Chirrut Inua type? I think Ryan Gosling can absolutely be that character. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know, but we'll see. We can sit here and theorycraft about the movie all day, but we haven't seen it yet. But yeah, man.
Because he's going to be a pilot, so he's going to be. Yeah. I think he's about to be a dog, obviously.
I just want a good story.
So
dude,
that's all I want.
I'm excited.
God,
I'm excited.
I hope he's so good.
Yeah, this doesn't really damper my excitement for the movie. I think it's gonna.
Yeah, not at all.
Really good movie.
Yeah, I'm still excited for it. I like I said earlier, it's just a little eyebrow raise of like, that's a little interesting, but we'll see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just have so much faith in the staff. Honestly, like everybody that's is involved with it and all of their past work. I'm just excited. You could be telling me that the food is expired. I'm not reading that goddamn label. I don't give a fuck. I'm hyped. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Stranger Things is cooking right now, so it's.
Is he a part of that or something?
Yeah,
is he a part of that?
Yeah, he's like the main director, producer of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I guess he is. You're right.
That's a no-go for you?
Yeah, the first volume of season 5 is pretty good. All the kids look like they have mortgages now, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Star Wars fan, so I should probably shut up and stay in my lane, honestly. So, yeah. I mean, we can talk about it, I guess.
No, it's okay.
This is Star Wars, but that's for the Stranger Things podcast. That's for after this, all right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I want to transition. Let's get into our main topic of the day, and then we'll bounce around as we always do, of course. But I want to talk about Dooku. Dooku as a character to me is fascinating. He is a fallen Jedi. He is royalty on his own planet. He turns to the dark side, is a Sith, then gets used by Palpatine, obviously, sacrificed. He's a pawn in Palpatine's game. But I kind of want to just kind of open the discussion. A lot of people think that Dooku is what you would call like a dark Jedi, like not really fully a Sith, not really falling to the dark side. I want to hear your guys' ideas on Dooku and in kind of that realm and what kind of Force user he ultimately is.
I'll start, and then Dagovere, you come off the top ropes, all right? So, just from my minimal knowledge of Dooku, what I've seen within the current canon, a little Legends, some people like to think that, he's a little bit of he's not like a full-fledged Sith. You're wrong, pal. This guy's definitely evil. I've seen some stuff in Clone Wars where he's just electrocuting people for fun, just killing innocent people, just like force choking people to death. I do think he is, though, a bit of idealist in the sense of he saw flaws in the Jedi, and I think Sidious uses that to his advantage to manipulate him. Now, I don't fully know, but Dagovere probably will know, of like what was like Dooku's endgame with like going in with Sidious and knowing about clones and Order 66. Like, did bro just think like he's just gonna like get war pardoned or something? Like, I'm genuinely curious about like what his perspective of that was. But I will say, Dooku's definitely not a good guy, but he's not a good guy, but he has some points. Is how I would sum him up.
So we'll go with the endgame first. And Dooku genuinely thought he was going to be a part of whatever Sidious was creating. Like, he just, in Legends, he was just like, funny. Oh, yeah, he didn't really like Skywalker at all. And the idea of Skywalker, because he saw all of Skywalker's flaws. And Dooku is intelligent. Dooku is very gifted. But Dooku is also being manipulated and deceived by Sidious, which is also, I think, what a lot of fans that love Dooku don't even realize. It's like, he's a Jedi. He was an amazing Jedi, and he was very self-aware of like how corrupt, the Jedi were because of the Senate and the politics and everything else. He foresaw the downfall of what was going on, and that's why he ultimately left. But he left on good terms because the Jedi wanted him to come back. And so when they see him as a Sith, they're like, what the... Dude, this guy's Yoda's apprentice, So that's like a huge shock system to the entire Jedi Order. He's one of the lost, one of the only lost, Did you want to say something, Connor?
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but I just have to say, it's funny you say that the Jedi like wanted him back. I guess they didn't know that he slimed Yaddle. He just killed Yaddle. Like, they just didn't know that.
R.I.P. Yaddle.
I guess new canon. Like, I wonder where Yaddle went. Like, oh yeah, this Dooku guy. Oh, we want this guy back. We don't know that he just totally killed Yoda's girlfriend or something. But I guess that wasn't a thing in Legends, is what you're saying. Like, that was before that this new canon was established.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I think what's really interesting, especially around the era where Dooku sees or witnesses the death of Qui-Gon. In my opinion, like, Legends is like, oh shit, my son basically just died, but new canon, it seems more or less like, oh, I'm really sad, Qui-Gon died, but I'm also not taking responsibility for having a hand in it, because he's also in talks with Sidious during this time. Yeah. And like, dude, he's inside the temple and talking to them like he's like a free agent, checking out the new organization he's about to step into. It's really weird. I don't really like that part of the new canon for Dooku, but it is really complex where you start to see in both canon, like just like Dooku falls, like he falls. People think he's not evil. He is very compassionate about Jedi, especially someone like Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we all know from the Revenge of the Sith novel. He doesn't want to kill Kenobi. He wants to save some of the Jedi, but Sidious is like, no, they're all, dude, they're watching that news station. We don't talk to them anymore. They're gone, So I think it's really sad, but he's ultimately a Sith. When you're an apprentice to a Sith, you are also a Sith, and he just gets corrupt like everybody else did, and didn't realize it too fast before his head got chopped off. So
yeah.
Kill him.
I do think it's
Kill him
interesting
now.
because in the Revenge of the Sith novel, which is a lot of the non-canon stuff that we'll talk about with Dooku, but he was promised like the head of the Sith army, I think is what it's called when we're talking about in the beginning. Like Dooku just kind of wants a place to rule. He wants like power in politics. That seems where he's most passionate. And obviously he is very well spoken throughout his entire career. He's like very done up. Like he is a politician at heart. He's a leader at heart. His blood was the rulers of Sereno. So that's what he is most passionate about. But I do think that people misunderstand Dooku 100%. 100%. Because he is like very professional. He's not like other Sith that we see where he's not like Maul. He's the complete opposite of Maul, which I also think is interesting for Sidious.
He's sophisticated.
Yeah, he's sophisticated.
He's drinking a cup of tea, and he's being all British and proper. And oh yes, I'm going to electrocute you now. I'm going to chop your head off. Yes,
right, exactly.
Exquisite.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So to that, it's like it's a Darksider that we haven't seen before. Obviously, Sidious is a politician, but he's also a crazy Darksider. And Dooku doesn't get like that. He's not deformed. He's not like Maul, who's ravenous. You know what I mean? He is sophisticated, but he is evil, and he is trying to ultimately because he's a Sith, he's trying to destroy Sidious. So that to me is something that people misunderstand. He is evil for evil's sake. Maybe he has a little bit more idealism in the past than the Jedi, and realizing he doesn't just hate all of the Jedi, but he is misguided by Sidious. But he is not a good guy at all. And we see it in Master of Evil too, where he's trying to hoard this dark side nexus in the Force, and like he pulls up the entire temple and stores it on a ship. So, and he was trying to use that power to defeat Sidious. So that stuff to me is something that people misunderstand.
Yeah, and I think what's really interesting too, Legends, I can see why so many people like, oh well, he's not evil or he's not as evil, but like, yes, he didn't start out evil, but just like Anakin, dude, Sidious is like grooming and manipulating everyone and turning their feelings into this weapon that ultimately brings them down a peg, and then they start to become more Sith-like and become more evil. And that's exactly what happened to Dooku as well, especially over time, because right around the time of Revenge of the Sith, he's doing crazy things. He's killing Jedi. He's in the full brunt of this war. He's not Dooku that left the Jedi Order and is a part of the Lost. It's a completely different character. And, in the new canon too, he's definitely, in my opinion, way more evil, especially with all the shit that he's doing. And Clone Wars, I think, animated series retcons a little bit of his stuff too, because you really start to see how, I guess you could say how Sith-like he is, especially on the Separatist side with everything else going on. But he's also blind. Yeah, he's also blind to the manipulation that Sidious is doing. I would say that he's just as blind as Anakin. Or at least, you know what? I would even say that he's more blind, because at the very least, Anakin realizes in the last moment that he's talking to the Sith Lord, and then Anakin's like, "Oh, I'm gonna snitch," but Dooku is all like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I guess what you're saying is true. Let's go."
Oh yeah, bet, dude. I'll kill Yaddle. Yeah,
Dooku was like, the Jedi Council sent Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos to assassinate Dooku. That's how evil he was. They were like, any means necessary, we have to kill him. And that's like obviously so unlike the Jedi, and it goes to show where the Jedi Order is at the end of the Clone Wars. But like they literally sent someone to kill him.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
Dark Disciple,
And we're
right?
playing
Dark
around.
Disciple. Yeah, Dark
Yeah,
Disciple.
I didn't read all of that. I only read just like a little bit. That's crazy. That's man.
Yeah.
That makes me like. I
And-
mean, I already.
And then Quinlan fell. Part of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, the beginning of that movie is Mace Windu and Yoda sitting around like, should we grab Asajj to go and kill Dooku? Like, she'll do it. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. And I think it's interesting how he, like, views the Jedi Order itself, because he seems like the only one who's, like, akin to the fact that the Jedi are an organization that is, like, not perfect. And like sees the downfalls and like he like harnesses that throughout his entire life, especially with his sister. If you guys have read like Dooku Jedi Lost or listened to Dooku Jedi Lost, like his sister plays a big part in him, realizing like, hey, maybe this Jedi thing is not all that it's cracked up to be, because they hid his sister from him, and we're mad that he kept talking to his sister after the fact.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's
They even send her Instagram reels. That's crazy.
yeah.
Like,
Can't even send her some reels.
yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't even know he had a sister. I haven't read that book, but yeah, that is very
It's
interesting.
good. I think that's one of the best new canon books.
Oh, it is new canon. I was about to ask that. Because you kind of see in the Tales of the Jedi, Dooku start to question things in the Order, and it sounds like that book even adds more to that.
Yeah, we see him use Force lightning to like save Qui-Gon. Like he is like that's one of the other things too. Like a lot of these people saw Dooku as, I don't know if they saw him as a flight risk, but like he was doing stuff that was not like what the Jedi should be doing. I don't know if he is like one of the most talented Jedi at that time. Like I would put him, he's kind of in like a similar situation to Anakin, where like he is so talented that he gets some like allowances, and maybe because he's Yoda's apprentice too, people treat him.
That's exactly why.
About to say he was trained by Yoda. Like that's pretty prestigious to be trained by the Grand Master.
Yeah, and Yoda has not had an apprentice in 5 ever when this was happening too. So I think if I remember correctly about the book, it's like all the Padawans or all the initiates are all like, oh, Yoda's not going to pick any of us. Let's get these other people. And then Yoda all of a sudden wants Dooku. So, and then of course you get to see that progression and how he trains Qui-Gon, which is also really crazy because he has this like shock therapy, and like you start to see why Qui-Gon is different because of Dooku. But even in Legends, like I think what's really interesting too is like, in the Plagueis novel, he's Darth Sidious is sitting down and talking to Qui-Gon Jinn. He's talking to Qui-Gon Jinn. He's talking to Count Dooku and a couple other people, Sifo Dyas as well. And Sidious is like, man, these guys might be good allies. They are very like-minded, and I like talking to them. And it's like several chapters where he meets a lot of them over and over and over. And he's really thinking about Dooku and Qui-Gon and Sifo Dyas to be a part of whatever the hell he's going to plan next. So, and I think that says enough of what you need to know about how easily someone that has different ideals of the Jedi can easily be swayed and turn into a Sith or a Darksider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and Dooku talks to Obi-Wan and recruits him. And I think he's serious. Like, I think he's actually serious for wanting to take Obi-Wan to his side. Like,
yeah.
And attack the clones.
Because he cared a lot about Qui-Gon, and even says, like, Qui-Gon always spoke very highly of you, and, it almost seems like he never even met Obi-Wan, right? Until episode 2, technically?
They didn't meet too much. It was, I think it was, like, very briefly.
Like maybe in Master and Apprentice, they, like, cross paths or something like that.
Because he had said in Tales of the Jedi, I'd like to meet him, or something. Like he said that to Qui-Gon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Very. Yeah, I think even in Legends, it was like very abrupt because in Attack of the Clones, it's just like the first time they're meeting, And then of course the Revenge of the Sith novel is also like, dude, that's like my grandson. I really don't want
that's what I'm
to kill
saying.
this guy,
Yeah. And I'm sure he would have taken
he saw like
Qui-Gon
in him.
I'm
Yeah.
sure if Qui-Gon was there, he would have recruited him.
Well, even said in Tales of the
Yeah.
Jedi, he's like, why? Like, he was like pissed about Qui-Gon's death because he's like, he could have been an ally.
Yeah, but that's the thing though too. I feel like the way it comes off with Dooku is like I feel like it's Dooku's fault. You know, like, dude, like what does he do right after that? He literally goes to meet up with Sidious. You know, and he's all like, dude, you know, like Qui-Gon was off the table. Why did you do that? You know, and I'm just like, dude, look at this guy. This guy's in a cloak. What are you talking about? You're meeting this guy in the freaking dumpster spot of Coruscant. What do you think he's gonna do? And then he's like, oh yeah, anyway, I'm upset about my apprentice, but I'll kill Yaddle for you. Yes, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'll kill this fake Yoda for you. Yeah, there you go.
Which is also kind of crazy. I think that, like, I need to figure out what happens with the Jedi Order. Do they have a whole investigation? Do they figure out what happened? Like, there's no response. There's obviously the reason is like, we don't see Yaddle after episode 1 is she in episode 2 at all?
Yeah.
She's not.
No.
So that's the reason she's not there. But what happens after? What happens after Yoda's like, Yaddle missed the council meeting. Where is she? She's dead.
Her team status is away. What's going on? Yeah, like, she had do not disturb. Guys, where's Yaddle? She's missed out 3 meetings in a row. Like, what's going on, guys? That's a good point. It's like, I guess they just like dumped her body, or like they never would have found any evidence. So
right. I think it's an odd choice. I think that might have been an odd choice to have Dooku kill her.
Yeah, because you think the Jedi would like try to investigate, but maybe it just ended up to be like a dead end. Yeah, Yaddle's missing those meetings, man. What's got you into Yaddle? She's always on time. What's going on?
Do you think that Dooku would have been like a top 5 Jedi if he were to stay? If he were to just like keep course, like maybe runs more like Qui-Gon? Like, do you think he would have been a top 5 Jedi?
I think that we talk about him like we talk about Mace Windu and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda for sure.
It'd be pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think he's like insanely powerful. I still think that Mace and Yoda are more powerful, but I think Dooku would be right there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because I think power-wise he's probably not on that same level, but like he is. I'd put him in top 3 duelists. For sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah. I still think he gets smacked up by Anakin, though, because I think you see enough during the Clone Wars animated series where Anakin is just overpowering him when Anakin is just like, F this. You know, and a lot of people always talk about like, oh, you know, Count Dooku was holding back from Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, well, he died. Didn't
Dooku beat him, though, in the Clone Wars once?
He bested Kenobi and him, you know.
The way that I remember it,
but in Clone Wars season 4 in Naboo, he like captured Anakin, like in his like secret weird laboratory on that cliffside.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know. I guess maybe then when we see Revenge of the Sith, that's more of Anakin's air quotes prime, or he beats Dooku. But Dooku definitely is a top duelist. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. I don't really see Obi-Wan beating him as consistently as Anakin does. But in the Revenge of the Sith novelization, Dooku is fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, and he's thinking that they're just as strong as they were back on Geonosis, and he's fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's like, what the fuck? What the hell? Why is this? Oh my God, this guy is really good. And then Anakin's fighting him too. He's like, oh my God, F this. I have to neutralize somebody, you know? I think that says enough about like how strong they were. Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Revenge of the Sith, Anakin versus Dooku. I don't think Dooku improved that much over Attack of the Clones.
Because Yoda's kind of like older man.
Yeah. And Yoda's kind of like the measuring stick. He's there. He's pretty good still. But I just think like when we talk Mace Windu and Yoda, they're at the top tier of that in that movie series, and I think Anakin for me is like the what's it called? It's the gatekeeper, you know. And I think Dooku would also be right there, in my opinion.
Yeah, the way that I understood the Revenge of the Sith novel was Sidious was talking to Dooku and said, "Test Anakin. We'll see where he's at."
Yeah.
And then Dooku is testing Anakin, and he's like, "I have to lock in." And then he actually is fighting him, and then actually loses.
Yeah,
that's the way that I understand it. Where
he sits up in his chair.
He's like,
"Oh, hold up."
He's like,
he's like,
that's
"Oh, exactly it." Yeah.
I'm actually fighting for my life here.
Blow the whistle.
Ref don't blow. I might lose time here.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
Yeah. So he and it is crazy to me how Dooku thought that he was gonna have a place, because
I guess that's just his manipulation. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, the more you guys talk about it and kind of what I've heard and also what you guys just explained in Legends is, like, Dooku, dude, there must have been some crazy stuff Sidious is saying in his ear. Like, we kind of see with the manipulation of Anakin, like, bro really thought he was in the club, and he's not. Like, this dude, like, the second he gets Anakin, he's like, all right, you're done, kid. Like, he just tosses Dooku aside. And that's even interesting that that's brought up in Clone Wars Season 7 with Maul, when Maul realizes that, like, oh, like, Dooku got played just like I did. Like, he didn't, like, he always thought much, like, I think he even said, like, he didn't even think much of Dooku, but then he's like, oh, like, damn, this guy got, like, played like I did.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that from Season 7? When Maul realizes that Dooku got killed?
Was it him?
Yeah, no, it was, I think it was everybody. I think it was, I mean, like, I think that's the whole, like, epiphany Maul has is, like, wow. You know, I knew it was something, but I didn't know it was this.
Dude's master manipulator. Yeah, when he realizes Order 66 and is like, oh shit, this is the puppet master. This is
Maul's
Endgame.
Speech. Yeah, Maul's speech in Clone Wars Season 7 is one of my favorite monologues that was.
Oh, it's so good, bro.
He's like, too late.
Not to get that around. Yeah.
Too late for what?
For the Republic. It has already. What did he say? You're too blind to see it.
Yeah.
Or you're too blind. You just can't see it.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it is crazy that Sidious goes from Maul to Dooku, who I would say are literally the complete opposite types of people. Maul is like this
Sith,
crazy, ravaging, wants to kill everything, and
Child
Dooku,
soldier.
And Dooku is this like, dude, I'm so proper.
Yeah.
Oh yes, exquisite.
But
Very proper fencer. Like, Dooku reminds me of, like, a fencer. I think they actually did get, like, his inspiration from that. Because he fights with, like, the one arm behind his back sometimes, and, does the whole, like, lightsaber in front and to the side. Like, it just feels like fencing. So I think that's the whole point of, like, his character is, and the sophistication.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's also Christopher Lee's inspiration too, because he's.
Yeah, I was about to say Christopher Lee. Yeah, R.I.P. Shout out.
Yeah, dude. He's a goat.
He really is a baller, dude. He was like knighted. Wasn't he like a veteran? Didn't he fight in like a war? And
oh man, there's stories for him. He's the guy that inspired 007.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fire.
Yeah. And before he died, he was sitting there freaking making metal music.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What a goat.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. No, I mean, like,
him and Tarkin, him and Tarkin's actor like friends. I think I heard that before.
Yeah,
yeah. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If you want to hit any other topics, I know Dagovere, you had a Jedi list. You had a top 5 Jedi list on stream every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah. Ooh, inside the Dark Temple. Yeah,
all I'm going to say about your Jedi list is that if Coleman Trevor is not one, we're going to have a fucking problem, right?
So...
let's hear the list.
So, all right. So, our friends over at Will of the Force and Mortis, they had an entire canon Jedi list of top 15, and I'll just read it out for you guys, and you can tell me what you guys think for their stuff. That's just canon. Mine was Legends and canon, because you know me, all right. So for them, it was 15 is Mace Windu, 14 Seer Junda, 13 Stellan Gios, 12 is Yaddle, 11 is Ezra Bridger. 10 is Cal Kestis. 9 is Plo Koon. 8 is Loden Greatstorm. 7 is Rey Skywalker. 6, Qui-Gon Jinn. 5, Yoda. 4, Kanan Jarrus. 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi. 2, Luke Skywalker. And their number 1 best Jedi is Ahsoka Tano.
Oh.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is this list has to be rage bait. That's all I'm gonna say. I got some strong opinions on this, bro. Time out. Did they really put Ezra Bridger at 11 over Windu? Like, I know Windu's an asshole, but like that was a first red flag. And then, wait, did I even hear Anakin in there?
So
you can't put Anakin on the top Jedi, bro. You can't do it.
All right. Well, we'll get to that.
Yes.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So
Okay.
it's not about most powerful. It's not about greatest toolist. It's just who is the greatest Jedi overall and what they represent.
Who
What a Jedi is
embodies
supposed to
like
represent.
what a Jedi? Okay, in that context, okay,
Yeah.
I feel less rage baity.
Yeah.
But I thought you were talking about more like powerful. I'm like,
Oh no. Power, not power.
Ezra.
Yeah.
I
for
like
sure.
Ezra. I'm not on the podcast. I know we have some Ezra haters in here. Like, I don't mind
Lord
it.
Dagovere.
Where is he? But okay, in that context, I can kind of see it. I see that's why Kanan's probably a little higher. Ahsoka at 1, I got to give it to my guy Luke. I think Luke is 1 for me, man. I would definitely put Ahsoka in the top 5, because I think she has some qualities that like embody what a Jedi should be. But
I agree.
give me Luke at 1, man.
Yeah.
First overall pick, locking in Luke Skywalker.
How you thinking, Connor, with this canon?
So I enjoy that list. I think it's. Well, I'm just going to kind of talk about the top 5, basically.
Yeah.
For me, like
Yeah.
a lot of those Jedi to me are a little bit interchangeable, like especially in like the 15s to like 10s, and they're kind of all in the same category. I think a tier list. I think a tier list is probably the best way to do a top Jedi stuff.
We should do a tier list.
We should do that. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, let's do a tier list on a live or something. I feel like that'd be pretty.
We'll
fun.
get a tier list going. But I think the only way that I could put Luke Skywalker at 2 is if you see him failing Ben Solo as so significant that you bump him down, because he is the person who restarts the Jedi, basically.
Yeah.
He's the one who takes the baton from Obi-Wan and Yoda and moves it forward. And obviously he fails at a lot of things and he struggles. But ultimately, he, to me, follows what a Jedi should be the most out of everybody. And I get Ahsoka is really up there, too. But to me, I think Luke Skywalker's impact on the Jedi Order itself is so much more impactful than Ahsoka, who is like one of the best Jedi and follows what it is to be a Jedi really well. But to me, rebuilding the Jedi Order and ultimately his final act as a Jedi, to me, being the most Jedi thing that you can do, where you use the Force for non-aggression, for defense, you're saving the Resistance. That, to me, is what a true Jedi would do, and that's why I put him at 1 as opposed to Ahsoka. But if you think that him failing Ben Solo and causing, Kylo Ren as so significant, that's the only way I could put him below Ahsoka.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much have to agree too, because funny enough, spoiler alert, Luke Skywalker's number 1 for me always. I think that if you have someone below, like above him, I just question everything. But yeah, I just think he's the be all, both in new canon and in Legends. It doesn't really make sense. I did see someone though on my threads list that was like, did you see The Last Jedi? He's like the worst Jedi of all time. I can't believe you would even think. And I was just like, damn, bro. Like,
no,
listen, man, I do not like The Last Jedi, but did we see the same like movie? Like, it's clearly like, yeah, he effed up, but it wasn't anywhere what the whole movie was depicting the entire time,
Luke is Luke in the last. I'm gonna go on a little Last Jedi rant. Luke, Last Jedi rant right here. Luke talking about destroying, like the Jedi have to end, is him coping with the fact that he thinks that the Jedi caused all of these problems, which to him, the only thing to save the galaxy is to get rid of the Jedi because of everything that they have done, because he's so messed up by him failing his nephew. He's not in a good mindset. He's obviously wrong, which is what he finds out in the movie, which he comes to his own senses. But like, he's doing it selflessly, if that makes sense, where he's sacrificing himself and what he thinks is, the Jedi Order to help the galaxy, which is obviously wrong. And he figures that out, but him being the worst Jedi is crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. Real quick too, where on the list is Obi-Wan?
For theirs, Obi-Wan Kenobi is number 3. Mine's is different.
How different?
No, you wanna get into that
let's
right
talk
now?
about your list, Dagovere. Yeah, let's talk about your list.
So mine is all encompassing of 40 plus years of expanded universe, so Legends and new canon. So we're gonna get right into that right now. At number 15, we have Odan He is responsible for creating the Jedi Code. He's basically the Yoda of his time in the Tales of the Jedi comics. Number 14 is Stellan Gios. In my opinion, the greatest High Republic Jedi. It's not even close, in my opinion, as much as I love Elzar.
I was about to say,
man himself.
My Riz God, Elzar man needs some justice, bro. For real.
Yes, exactly. Number 13, here's where punches are going to be thrown. Yoda. Okay? We will talk about that. Number 13 is Yoda. Number 12, Maitre Cirque, the exile from Knights of the Old Republic 2, main character for Knights of the Old Republic 2. Number 11, Jaina Solo, the twin sister of Jason Solo, and also, in my opinion, the improved Mace Windu. Number 10 is Nomi frickin' Sunrider. The wife Jedi ends up becoming the Grand Master of the Jedi, one of the best of all time. Number 9, Satele Shan, descendant of Revan, one of the greatest Jedi of all time. Number 8, probably a little low, and that's okay if you guys want to critique me, Qui-Gon Jinn. Number 7,
how dare you? No, you
I know, right? Number 7, Kyle Katarn. Number 6, I talk about him too much, Ulick Keldroma. Number 5.
Canon.
Number 5, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 4, and here comes the hate, fully redeemed Jedi Knight Revan at the end of KOTOR. At the end of KOTOR 1.
Redeemed. Okay.
Yeah, fully redeemed. Yes.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Yeah. We'll get to that too. Number 3, and this to me is cemented in stone for me. Number 3, Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight.
There's Kanan.
My God.
Number 2, Ahsoka Tano. Yeah. Number 1, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I love that top 3. I love that top 3.
Dude, it's valid. I would maybe put Obi-Wan in over Kanan, but I do like Kanan in the top 5. But I think we all agree with Luke and Ahsoka.
Yeah. Like in my opinion, if you have Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Kanan Jarrus, and Luke all in your top 5, I think that's perfect. Honestly.
Why is the Yoda? Why is the Yoda so low?
All right, great question. So Yoda is at 13. And the reason why is because I think that Yoda is the captain of the ship in the prequel trilogy, and he is ultimately at fault for everybody's failure because he is the leader. The other major reason is because in the original trilogy, he is also still a little dogmatic when it comes to his Jedi views, and he is holding the secret back that Darth Vader is Luke's father. I think that is the biggest thing for me. And then, of course, Yoda himself blaming all the stuff on himself, which I think is very commendable. But he's basically telling you that he effed up in Star Wars Rebels and the Revenge of the Sith novel. And that's why he's number 13.
He's also just sitting on Dagobah doing nothing.
How dare he? Yeah. Which I get. I understand.
It's a force planet. Okay, he's not doing nothing. No.
But that's why he's that low. That's
with that explanation, I can understand that. It's just when you hear Yoda, it's Grandmaster Yoda. He's like the face of the Jedi. Like he's
I know.
Yeah. Subconsciously, I've probably put him in top 10, but I can understand based on what you just said why he might not be in your top 10.
Where's Cal Kestis?
Yeah, I mean, I did not include Cal Kestis because his story is not over yet. Okay. That's the only reason why. It's an asterisk. That's it. I had a lot of people coming at me about that, and I was actually really surprised. I'm very happy for you guys that love Cal Kestis that much.
Yeah.
No,
But I think
sounds
he would be
valid.
right there with wherever Ezra would be, honestly, which is probably like top 20 for me, honestly. But that's just me. You guys know.
I think he's better than Ezra. He's boots
I
on the
also think
ground
he's better
first.
than-
He's boots on the ground
just-
first. We talked about him. We talked about him.
Yeah. No. There was a lot of people that were. I think it was on one of the TikToks or something, or the YouTube comments, where why are people like talking Ezra or forget like Ezra existed, bro? Like, bro, what are you talking about? It took 5 seasons for this guy just to be like decent at all. He had so many patches, buff patches, patch notes. Cal Kestis out there doing it himself as a child. He's on freaking Baraka out there, taking out your trash of the galaxy, man. Don't mess with my boy Cal Kestis. It's a Glock and it shoots the same every day, bro.
Number one Ezra Bridger hater. Loves Cal
number
Kestis.
I love Cal.
Sure.
I just didn't put him on there yet because I don't know, bro. He could kill children in the next game, dude. You never know, man.
Yeah, well, your
know?
boy did that though, so like it'd be
That's
all right.
why he is not on the list. You know,
He's the furthest thing from a good
Yeah.
Jedi.
That's
Somebody
fair.
got so mad at me for that, and you guys know. But
That's why I
Anakin
had to
Skywalker-
ask. I was like,
Yeah.
"Where's Anakin?" Because obviously, killing kids ain't great.
Yeah,
But
I will say-
people's lists are going to include Anakin on it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
To me, it makes, bro, as guys, I am the biggest Anakin Skywalker fan, okay? 2005, I was out there on MovieCo on Airport Road 3 hours before the movie started. Anakin is my boy. Why the hell would I put him on the list for choking out his wife and killing children twice? Twice. That's a Jedi to you?
Palpatine. He brought
Jesus, man.
balance.
Yeah, but yeah, even that, it was like, that's why Revan is so
valid.
high. And Eula Kildroma is so high in this list because
Yeah.
they are alive and they redeem themselves. They atone.
Yeah, I like the Revan when he redeems himself. At the end of that game. Dude. I'm so glad you included Revan, but also Satil Shan, dude. Thank you for
Love
putting her
Satil,
on the
man.
list too. That's a good one.
We need more redemption.
The other
in
characters
Star
I don't
Wars.
know much from the High
100%.
Republic, but yeah, I agree. More good redemption and
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
living after the redemption.
Yeah. Connor hasn't read this part, but you could say it's in certain contexts. Elzarman and Avar Chris do, they are in that realm of redeeming and redemption and atonement. But I just think it's better to not have to atone or to redeem yourself, and that's why I have Stellan up there. I think Stellan is a great Jedi, man, a fantastic Jedi. He was taken away from us too early, man, just too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I put Obi-Wan Kenobi in that same thing too, where he never turned. He could have turned so many times.
Dude,
Oh my God.
that's why I asked earlier when we were looking at the other list, like reminding me where Kenobi was, because dude, his master dies in in his arms. His girlfriend dies in his arms. Basically his brother turns to the dark side. He loses everything, and that dude never turned. Like to me, he's like a true.
Also,
Jedi.
Padme
Yeah,
died.
that's right.
Also, Padme
Yeah.
died right there too, right after.
And Padme died right there.
Padme died. Darth Maul died in his hands. I don't know how he's supposed to feel about
Yeah,
that.
Maul died. Like, dude, like this guy could have easily turned to the dark side 6 different times, and he didn't.
Yeah, no,
guy.
like I said, if you have Obi-Wan Kenobi up there in top 5, I just think it's valid.
put
I
him there.
understand. Yeah.
He's the OG
Absolutely.
Jedi. He's the first Jedi that we see.
Yeah. But I still
Yeah.
think that he has in the same realm of blame as Yoda, in my opinion.
He does
not
have
as-
some blame.
not as
I can
much.
understand that.
Yeah, but he's the one watching over Luke, and he's also the one saying, "Hey, bro, your dad turned to the dark side, bro." It's the story I told you is a lie.
From a certain point of view, no.
Yeah, from a certain point of view, every time I watch that,
Dude,
I'm just like,
Kale can tell
damn.
the truth.
If I'm Luke, I'm
Yeah.
crashing out. From a
Dude,
certain
yeah.
point of view, bro, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? From a
Yeah,
certain point
dude.
of view, I almost died.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
here's the thing, buddy. I killed your dad. He's burning on Mustafar. He's dead. He wasn't alive. I didn't lie to you, buddy. The guy, that's not the same dude. He's
Don't
in
you
a
remember in the
suit.
Kenobi show, he
Come on.
told me that Anakin's dead. So technically, I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
remember this,
yeah.
dude? Episode 8 from the Kenobi show? Come on.
I really feel like if you watch that movie and you have the context that Luke does, what if Luke falls to the dark side right there? Because your
What if he
dumbass
just
has
ultimate
decided to
crashes
do the
out?
same shit. You know, like, did you not learn from Anakin at all? You know?
Yeah, like, oh my God, my most trusted people that I love just lied to me. Ben Kenobi lied to me. Yoda lied to me, and then are trying to chit-chat it away. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, this is my dad right here. He looks pretty powerful, and he said that we could rule the galaxy.
Dude,
I'm 20. Let's try it.
Yeah. You know, it's just like that alternate ending that they had Mark Hamill tell everybody, or that they were telling everybody else about. Mark Hamill only knew the actual one, where like Obi-Wan Kenobi was the actual villain. I mean,
like that is a villain origin story. That is a villain origin story where you get lied to by the people you trust the most, and then your dad's you know what I mean? Like your dad's evil, and he's like, "Yo, son, let's go."
Yeah, man, that is
Dark Side Luke would go hard. There's probably concept art about that. But
just read the Dark Empire series. He falls to the dark side. Yeah. It's so funny because, you know, a lot of people criticize The Last Jedi. I don't know who those people are. I've never criticized The Last Jedi.
Yeah, who would ever do that? Yeah, what a great film.
But in the Dark Empire series, he falls to the dark side, and he's like, "Oh yes, this is my path. This is my destiny. I need to follow in the footsteps of my father." Basically, lets Leia get shocked by the Emperor almost to death. Threatens to kill and almost kills Han Solo. And this is all of him like falling to the dark side in Dark Empire. Then he realizes like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this, you know. So
maybe this is a bad idea.
Yeah. But in that comic series, Sidious comes back. He's more powerful than he's ever been, and Luke beats him.
Somehow he returned.
He was always there. Yeah, he was always there. But Luke beats him in like a comic book panel, a single like page, turn the page, and that's over, bro. Like he gets up and he's like, "Yeah, dude, you never fought me like this. I have a whole new body." And Luke just literally dismantles him in like 2 pages, and it's over. It's a wrap.
I need to read Dark Empire. I've heard of that series before, but I didn't know what like actually.
Luke isn't even in his prime yet.
Series.
Luke isn't even in his prime yet. Sidious is the most powerful he's ever been. He's like destroying planets with like in base form, by the way, like just default power. It's crazy shit, dude.
I think I love it.
Silly. Yeah, I love it and hate it at the same time.
The 90s comics, dude, just overpowered shit is what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. No, it was crazy.
But he's Thanos just snapping worlds.
Yeah. But they get even stronger than that. When the Vong invade, Luke is literally manipulating dark holes. They're fake black holes. They're fake black holes. But mind you guys, a black hole the size of a nickel literally destroys the entire solar system. So whatever, food for thought there. You want to talk about nihilists and eating planets? Luke is literally destroying something and moving something that can destroy the entire galaxy. So it's whatever, dude. That's Star Wars.
Star Killer Solos for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? Luke Skywalker is top tier every time. It doesn't matter what tier list it is.
He was throwing Luke around though in that one mission.
One mission, dude. He messes up Luke, dude. Star Killer is better.
He wasn't even Luke yet.
Here's the thing, Connor. Speaking of Star Killer, to just pivot a little bit off of the Jedi, maybe the last thing we talk about is I need you to read that chain from our last from one of our videos about Cal Kestis and Star Killer, dude. I literally lost it when we were talking on Discord the other night. I hope the audience needs to hear this. Dude, it's so funny.
All right, here we go. So this is on the video of I think it might have been Top Jedi, or maybe it's a Cal Kestis video. I don't know.
Yeah, I
know what you're talking about. Yes, please.
It was our it was the podcast Cal Kestis video that did well on a couple platforms. So this just random comment said Star Killer will mop the floor with him. And then I commented and I said Star Killer is the furthest thing from canon. And then and then he replied, he said, "I don't care. Just remember, no matter how much you love Cal, his whole story is that he's trying to stop the Empire. Star Killer, on the other hand, the Empire is trying to stop him."
Yeah.
And then someone else commented randomly and said, "Meeting a Star Killer Glazer out in the wild is crazy because they'll bring him up when he's got absolutely nothing to do with the matter at hand, just to do a gawk on his dick."
It's so funny because I got my Starkiller Funko Pop back there.
He was like, "That's my burner account. That's my burner
I love
account."
Starkiller. I absolutely love Starkiller. And I've
Bro,
talked about it
nobody
before.
was talking about Starkiller, bro. Like,
Think
and
about-
I think it's also crazy too, bro, because if you just read the book or listen to what Sam Witwer says, he's telling everybody, like, dude, Starkiller is not that strong, guys. It's just the game. George said, make it unleashed because this is the Force unleashed.
That's the
It's
whole
not
point
how
of the
you would do
game.
it.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
technical or anything.
No,
The whole point of the game is to just be absolutely ridiculous in force powers and just do crazy stuff.
Yeah, man. Starkiller is so strong that he died in his first game.
Yeah. Did you see, dude? He brought down a Star Destroyer. He's crazy.
Don't get me started. Dude, don't get me started, dude.
But yeah, dude, thank you for reading that comment, Connor. That I literally lost it when I read that chain the other night. It was crazy.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
what we'll
goodness.
leave you guys with.
Yeah. Before we dive into more Starkiller stuff, Dagovere might go on a little tangent, but we'll get through it. We're good. We'll save that for another live at some point.
Yeah, I love Starkiller, but like, Jesus, guys, come on, man.
Yeah, that was the comment of the week for sure.
Yeah, comment of the week. There we
The
go.
Empire stops him. The Empire.
Cal's trying to stop the Empire. The Empire's trying to stop him. Meanwhile, the Empire sends like 17 Inquisitors to try to kill Cal.
Yeah, dude.
And Vader.
And Vader himself is there trying to stop him.
Vader
Vader
himself.
pulled it up on him. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh goodness.
Only people who can,
Yeah.
say that they survived attack on Vader is probably like, very slim, but Cal's.
But it's also about whether or not Vader is Vader on? Is he doing this? Is his patience thin? Because I think Vader F's around a lot.
Yeah.
Way too much.
He aura
For sure.
farms for sure.
He's
Oh,
just
he's
having
so
fun,
dramatic.
man. Just let him have some fun.
He's such a drama queen, dude.
He really is, bro.
I love
The
him.
most insane thing is when in Star Wars Rebels, when Darth Vader comes down outside of his TIE fighter, he's just standing there menacing.
Or farming.
He's just
Yeah,
dropping.
dude.
And Ezra's like, "What's that? What's that?" And he's just standing there breathing.
Yeah, no, he's always been that way. I mean, like,
so
even
dramatic.
in Cloud City, where he's like, "We'd be honored if you would join us." I'm
Yeah,
sure
dude,
he's just
sitting
thinking
around
like,
a table with a good
what
meal.
can I do?
He's like,
yeah, what can I do? What can I do?
Oh my god. He's probably saying, "Oh my god, just imagine him sitting there for
Yeah.
probably like 10, 15 minutes being like, ooh, I
Yeah,
get
this
to
is
do a
gonna be
little
really cool.
show.
Yeah,
It's
right.
showtime,
Yeah.
Food is
guys."
nice and warm.
shows up
Got
to
Boba
Malachor
looking
and
at
he's
me.
Like,
Let's
yeah,
go.
he shows up to Malachor and he's like, "What can I do? You know what? I'm gonna get on top
Yeah.
of my TIE fighter."
Yeah. I'm
I
gonna get on
also-
top of my TIE fighter. This little kid's gonna shit his pants. Just wait and watch, dude.
It's like, dude, this 12-year-old's gonna be so scared, bro. I think it's so funny when he's on Cloud City as well. He's very dramatic in that movie. He's such a drama queen in that movie, but he's just throwing like boxes at Luke, and he's like, "Ooh, there you go, whoop, there you go, whoop, there you go," and Luke's just like, oh. Right then and there, we should have
Yeah.
known as the audience that is his son, because Luke's just like, no. He's so dramatic.
Yeah, giveaway.
They are
Yeah,
father and son for sure.
Yeah. No,
like father, like son.
the best part about it is when Luke denies him, and then he's just sitting there like lifelessly, like, damn, like my son just ghosted
No!
me. Yeah, he's just like, damn.
I bet he really thought he was cooking too. He said, "Oh, together we could rule the galaxy as father and son." And then Luke literally decides that he might just kill himself, just jump
Yeah,
off,
just
like
jumps.
literally jumps to his death.
Let
Yeah,
me
dude.
just jump into this giant pit that leads to just a
Who knows?
sky of like.
Who knows what it leads to? But he
As
doesn't
would
want to
be-
see his dad.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't want to see
He's
his
like-
dad.
Yeah,
Father of the year.
Dad, you cut my hand off. How dare
like-
you? I'm out.
yeah. He's like, damn, your mother did this shit too. Am I the bad guy? Am I like, damn, dude?
Am I the baddie? Yeah.
Is it me as he stands with this red lightsaber attacking his son? Am I the bad guy?
Am I a bad father figure for my? I just cut his hand off. I'm just trying to teach him a lesson, dude. He didn't want to join me. What a little shit.
He's like,
Now
I
he's
had
jumping
no
down the
father.
pit.
Okay, I had no father. Okay, I don't know how to do this.
I didn't have no hand either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what good
son,
fathers do? They cut their son's hand off just like their own.
Son, I'm just trying to teach you a life lesson. I lost my hand too, all right? You're going to learn. And I didn't run away from my problems by jumping down a pit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Well, that was a fun little tangent to end to end the podcast.
Yeah, good tangent.
Where can they find you, Dagovere?
At Lord Dagovere, just about anywhere on the internet, talking about something people don't give a shit about, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, baby. So make sure you come into the Dark Temple and ready the fuck up.
Damn.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Where can they find you, JB?
You can find me at daddy_Sheev on TikTok, but also do not forget to check us out at the Starlight Pod on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah. And Instagram and TikTok as well. We're posting our clips.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We're starting to grow. So listen, if you're still here, we really appreciate your support and listening to the podcast over an hour into the show. So may the force be with you guys. Another fantastic podcast. Had a great time talking with you guys. And if you're out there still listening, we hope you have a great time. And thanks for listening.